When I was in high school, one of my teachers once advised me that I should follow my passion para maging masaya daw or maging successful yung buhay ko. I'm not sure kung ba't niya sinabi yun, pero looking back at that advice, buti na lang hindi ako nakinig sa kanya. If sinunod ko yung advice niya sa akin that I should follow my passion, then probably hindi ako naging artist ngayon. Probably I would never start to do arts, and most probably I won't experience the challenges and yung mga rewards of becoming an artist. Of course, maraming ups and downs in my career, but I believe na ito talaga yung gusto kong gawin for the rest of my life. Pero looking back 15 years ago, I realized na hindi ko pala talaga passion ang pagdodrawing. But I ended up becoming an artist anyway. I know it's funny and weird, but here's my story. I started to draw when I was in grade school. Puro anime yung mga dinodrawing ko noon kasi puro anime yung palabas sa TV. And I really enjoy drawing, but not to the point of becoming so obsessed to it or passionate about it. Sometimes nagdodrawing ako out of boredom lang, but most of the time, nagdodrawing ako para magpasikat sa mga classmates ko. Meron din naman mga times na I do it because I love it, but it is often because of the former. Siguro kasi dahil bata pa ako kaya ganun. Then, high school came. Nagdodrawing pa rin ako, but I found other things bukod sa pagdodrawing na umagaw ng attention ko. And isa na doon yung music. Specifically, I got interested in playing the guitar. Yung kuya ko, tinuruan ako ng mga basics on how to play it. And hindi ko namamalaya na araw-araw na ako nagigitara. Kahit puro kalyo na yung daliri ko, I don't care. I still play and practice. Lagi kong dinadala yung gitara ko sa school so I can jam with my other classmates na marunong din maggitara. And it got me excited to learn from them. Every day of my 4 years in high school, nagigitara lang ako. I skip meals and stayed up late because I want to be good at it. I'm so passionate and consumed about making music kaya pagdating ko ng college, I immediately started a band on the first week of my freshman year. The feeling of being alive and excited kapag tinutugtog ko yung gitara speaks loudly about my passion for it. Akala ko I could make a career out of it, but I was wrong. After I graduated from college, I'm torn between following my passion or maging practical and maghanap ng trabaho. I choose the latter, of course, which is to find a real job. First, because breadwinner kasi ako and I need the security na meron dapat akong regular salary instead of umasa kung saan-saan lang ako mapadpad ng pagigitara ko. Second is because a hard truth slapped me in the face. I'm not that good at playing the guitar. Of course, I can play lots of songs very well and I can even do scales. Pero hindi ako ganun kagaling na talagang mapapansin ako ng mga record company or i-consider ako ng mga bars para isali nila ako sa mga gigs nila. And I'm aware of that. Alam ko sa sarili ko na hindi ako ganun kagaling mag-gitara. I'm only passionate pero I don't have the skill to really excel. I've been practicing for years but somehow I never mastered the guitar. And so I set aside my dream of becoming a musician and face the reality na I should be a responsible adult na kailangan magtrabaho para sa pamilya. I felt defeated at that time, so I turned myself into drawing once again. Nagigitara pa rin ako and I still feel the same feeling of being alive and excited, but I noticed that I slowly becoming better at drawing. And the progress puts me in a situation where I'm starting to fall in love with it more than my love for playing the guitar. I found myself in the same familiar situation na I skipped meals, stayed up all night because I want to be good at it. Almost every day nagdo-drawing ako. I'm using pen and paper, but I tried other mediums like color pastel, charcoal, tsaka watercolor just to broaden my skill. But the thing that really got me so in love with drawing was when I found out about digital art. It's a whole new experience for me during that time and ginawa ko yung best ko para matuto and be good at it. I studied the basics of digital drawing and moved slowly into the more advanced stuff. The turning point of my art journey was when I posted one of my artwork online and merong nag-message sa akin and she said that she saw my drawing and she was inspired and moved by it. She mentioned that she was having a hard time but nung nakita niya yung drawing ko, it made her feel hopeful and happy. That is something I have never heard of before. Nung nagigitara ako, I always feel good inside. I always feel excited. It's always about me and my feelings. people around me never told me na na-inspire sila kapag nagigitara ako, pag naririnig nila yung pagigitara ko. And yet, this stranger who doesn't even know me was inspired and felt hopeful nung nakita niya yung drawing ko. Suddenly, I realized that serving others is much more rewarding than serving myself. And so, I decided to continue drawing and do my best to be so good at it that I can build a career out of it and people will be inspired by my works. I decided to not just do it for the sake of expressing myself, but to do it as a mission to inspire people through art. That day changes everything for me. Of course, it was not an easy road. Hindi madali yung journey ko when it comes to my art career. It took me years to finally turn my drawing skill into a career. And most of my clients chose to work with me not just because I'm good at it according to them, but because they told me that they saw something in my work that is very unique and inspiring. Today, if I will choose between music and art, I would still choose music. But I have become good at drawing and more confident in my skill that it surpasses my love for playing the guitar. Sobrang blessed ko lang that I can do the things that I love and get paid for it. Not because drawing is my passion, but because drawing makes me see my purpose. Best-selling author Cal Newport explained passion beautifully in his book So Good They Can't Ignore You. He said, passion comes after you put in the hard work to become excellent at something valuable, not before. In other words, what you do for a living is much less important than how you do it. People around us usually advise us to follow our passion or do what you love so you can have a fulfilling life. But it is a pretty bad advice because it assumes that we already know what we love and passionate about, na kailangan lang natin sundin yun or hanapin yung passion na yun. But that's not the case No one is born knowing what they wanted to do for the rest of their lives, diba? It is a process. Life is all about not knowing and then doing something anyway. Sure, merong mga tao na naging successful when they follow their passion, but they are only the minority. Also, they became so good at what they do, they started to love it and be passionate about it. So my piece of advice here is this. Don't follow your passion that only serves you, but build a skill and do your best to be good at it so you can offer it to make the world a much better place. Do your best to work harder than anyone that you became so good people can't ignore you. Thank you so much everyone. Happy New Year sa inyo. Hopefully, maganda yung start ng New Year sa inyo ngayon. Alam natin na mahirap yung 2020. Hindi natin naasa na magiging ganun pala siya. But here we are, 2021 na. We survive. And let's make this year our best year kahit na maraming pagsubok. Thank you so much for supporting this channel, for watching this video. If you find this video useful or inspiring or whatever feeling that you experience watching this, you can stay tuned, subscribe on my channel here, like the video, share it to your friends, or bahala ka kung anong gusto mong gawin. And yeah, see you on the next video. Be safe.